Hello everyone, my name's Takreva, and I cannot get away from Civilization 5. Because despite the fact that we're like a week away from Rising Tide, and there will be a lot of Rising Tide coming, I still want to play Civilization 5. It's probably my most played game after, say, some kind of MMO that I'm also still playing. Regardless, but it's going to be a little bit different. I've already before tried out the Communitas map mod, and it's still here. But now we're going to try out the Community Balance patch. It basically does a lot of different changes to the game, and it makes it all different. And it's going to be the game is going to be completely different. There are a lot of different things. I think every nation every civ gets itself a unique building, if I'm not mistaken, and things like that. The traits for every civ are different, or slightly different, or pretty fine already, and going to be the same anyway. So we're going to set up a game. The map type is going to be Communitas, which means it's the same map that we used back then on the Communitas mod. It makes a very interesting world, a much more workable world. Basically creates continents and islands with climate based on elevation and wind. We're also going to go into advanced setup soon. We're going to play on a huge map, we're going to play on immortal difficulty, we're going to play on the epic pace. The reason I'm playing on huge is because I like to play wide, and I'm going to play wide anyway. So, just a few things that have changed basically in this patch, community patch. Basically, Greece, a city-state influence degrades at half and recovers at twice the normal rate, which is the same as normal, but they also get each city-state alliance boosts the strength of owned and allied units by 4%, up to 20% total. Basically, allying with city-states makes your army stronger as Greece. They've lost the special cavalry and they gained the Odeon, which is a replacement for the amphitheater. Every civ has either a unit or a special improvement to build. I mean a building or an improvement and a unit. Casimir, receive a free social policy when you advance to the next era. Exactly the same, because it's OP as shit. But the Ducal stable increases production by 3, and all horses, sheep, and cattle have increased production by 3, and gold increased by 3. Yeah, that's OP as well. But, for instance, the Boudica stuff has completely changed for the Celts. When selecting a pantheon, choose from a set of powerful, unique beliefs. Cities with your pantheon neither generate nor receive foreign religious pressure. Musical great works produce +1 culture and +2 faith on top of what they already do. Stuff like that it's just pretty big. And I'm probably, because I just want to do it because it's fun, I'm gonna play as Washington, America. Also, they've had a slight change that I really love. All land military units have +1 sight. The same. 50% discount when purchasing tiles. The same. Can purchase tiles already owned by other civilizations, though at a much higher gold cost than normal. You can just steal land because it's your destiny. And instead of the B-2 bombers, which is a shame, I would have really liked the B-2 bombers instead of the Minuteman, because the B-2 or B-52, one of the two anyway. But now they get the Museum of Modern Art, which is a replacement for the Hermitage, which improves museums in your entire nation as well. Natural wonders have changed. There have been quite a few changes going on. I'm going into advanced setup. I'm going to go down to 10 civs in total. About the regular 24 city-states for a huge map. Immortal, Epic, Ancient, 4 billion. Continents everywhere, so not everyone gets started on the biggest continent. Rift between the Pacific and the Atlantic. Let's make the rifts wide. It's a huge map, so it should be able to do that. Also, a couple of other changes allow human vassalage. Basically, there's now a system in place where you can vassalize an other civilization. Haven't seen it happen yet. I haven't actually played with a patch that much. I've just been watching some people play. Mostly Roomba and Quill, but I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, yeah, might be better. I'm definitely better than Arumba. He doesn't play this as often. I'm at least on the same level as School 18. Yeah, I know ego much, but I've played this for over 900 hours now, this game. I know my Civ. I just usually play for leisure and not for the challenge, so I'm not yet at deity level just because I don't try to do it. I should be able to finish a deity game. Maybe I'll do that sometime too. Regardless, other things there is you can enable the research agreements, but there is tech trading instead in this setup, in this patch. So there's also tech brokering, so it's standard, it's off, which basically means if enabled you cannot sell technology to another civilization unless you have researched that technology yourself. Otherwise you can just get techs from everyone and trade techs with everyone and just never do any science and still get pretty far in the tech tree, which is kind of stupid. I've never liked tech trading, but the fact that there's no tech brokering makes it okay-ish. I'm really not a fan of tech trading, but I'm still going to leave it on. I'm just going to leave this on the standard settings. I am going to, for now, turn off quick combat and movement. Once the game gets too far progressed, that will be changing, of course. And diplomacy has changed as well. There are a lot and many changes, and we'll see where we'll get when we get to them. Welcome, President Washington. You lead the industrious American civilization. Formed in the conflagration of revolution in the 18th century, within 100 years the young nation became embroiled in a terrible civil war that nearly tore the country apart. But it was just a few short years later, in the 20th century, that the United States reached the height of its power, emerging triumphant and mighty from the two terrible wars that destroyed so many other great nations. The United States is a nation of immigrants, filled with optimism and determination. They lack only a leader to help them fulfill their promise. President Washington, can you lead the American people to greatness? Can you build a civilization that will stand the test of time? Yeah, so why there was a cut there is the simple fact that this map takes time to generate, because it does a lot of things and then reshapes it, I think. So, yeah, but let's start our journey now. We have an interesting starting location. We have floodplains, but we're not actually in the floodplains. So on the one hand, I would actually like to move a tile so we're at least next to desert, because floodplains still count as a desert tile for Petra and such, so I will want to move. And just for the sake of probably one to the top left. Ooh, there's a lot of desert. Yeah, we'll have to go to Petra here. Anyway, let's get started on a scout. This is on epic speed, so some of the timings will be slightly different. Also, we cannot start building a settler yet. It actually needs to be researched first. It's stuck in pottery. The tech tree has completely changed. It seems a lot more even going forward. Holy crap, it is a lot more even. Right now it would cost me 5,215 turns to do future tech. By the time we reach future tech, it will take 10 turns to do future tech. It's just, yeah, it's ridiculous by endgame research. Anyway, what do we have? We have ivory, and dyes. Also wheat, but we can already make farms, so we're probably going to have to take camps. I like to get trapping. Also, many of the resources are not revealed until you actually research tech for it. Fish is not revealed until you have fishing. Like that's some crazy changes. Paper is also now a resource. Roman forum. Free great diplomat. I think this, if it's 300, yeah, this is a world wonder. Only one allowed in the world. One free great diplomat when completed for +1 paper, plus 20% production of diplomatic units. Oh, so we have diplomatic units now in the game. Ooh. Changes. Yeah, we need to scout the immediate area. Of course, we're going to go for this tile. Good. They're growing onto the wheat first, which is 4 food, actually. Holy crap. First turn always takes slightly longer. Oh, right. The desert takes 2 movement to cross. Maybe 3. I'm wondering. Open the Civilopedia. Terrain and features. Desert. Movement cost is 2. We have found treasures of an ancient empire. Lots of oases here. That's also good for cities. Yeah. Also, you cannot... Changes in this patch are quite numerous. I've noticed that you cannot rush a building. You can only take off half of its production. That's basically what you do. This is annoying. I will go east because it seems a bit more promising. With all this desert, we might get bogged down and not get many ruins. Which I don't want. Okay, this is strange. I played a test game, just got 30 turns or so. And I found, like, in the first 10 turns, I found a world wonder, a natural wonder called Uluru. What do I find now? Uluru. The first barbarians, but also a ruin. That's nice. Yeah, so far the starts seem very similar. Very similar. Washington has grown mountains. Yes. Washington has indeed grown, so now we're also working the elephant, which means the scout gets finished sooner. 24 turns until border growth. Yeah, that's a while off, but I do want to get a monument at some point. Boosts production in the near city. That's actually very good. Let's put a monument after that. So we have 10 overflow, actually. That's nice. So that's 2 turns off that monument. Scout is going the other direction, obviously. And he actually gets bonus vision because he has more vision than the city does. That's Manifest Destiny in a nutshell. Is that a... That's a tundra hill. It just looks oddly like a mountain next to the mountain. But another barbarian encampment. But there's also marble here. Yeah, but say... So I'm playing on the Communitas map. Oh, good, an upgrade. Not the best, but not the worst either. Oh, lord. Well, it seems like we're attacking this guy very soon. Because I want that ruin, preferably. Hopefully no one takes it from me. Combat training, which means we get experience. Also new, scouts have the reconnaissance upgrade, which means you gain experience from revealing tiles. Oh, Mount Fuji! Which is next to a city-state. Oh well, let's see, let's move there, yeah. Now we're spearmen, we should easily be able to handle the barbarian archers. So... But yeah, they will start shooting us. This is the difference already between Emperor and Immortal. Barbarians will start trying to kill you. Also, you have gotten your upgrade. Let's get some vision range. But yeah, spearmen versus archers, almost a one-hit. One shot, 1 kill. 9 damage on us, 70 on them. Yeah, we're gonna take out some barbarians pretty early. 24 turns before our first social policy. Social policies have changed completely as well. Oh no, no! It's stuck on a different island? Seriously? That's gonna be rough to take. Yeah, huh. I know I've won the battle because I can already see the vision of where it is next turn. I think that's a little bit of an oversight to the game. That you know you've won the battle because your vision already changes if it's if you watch combat. I think that's very good.
Wisdom and virtue are like the 2 wheels of a cart.
Very nice. Advanced tech. We get an upgrade in drill. I will look this up because we're just looking at this. Snow has a movement of 2. Tundra doesn't. But yeah, yeah, snow has a movement of 2. There's jade over here. That's a new resource. Can I move you? You know what? I should heal him first. And we have archers. That's very nice. Let's see. So we're halfway done building. I'm not sure if that actually finishes the building next turn or not. Hello, China.
你好，我是女皇帝武则天。中国追求和平，以谋求自身发展。人不犯我，我不犯人。
Okay, whatever you just said. Now that we found China, let's look at what China brings to the table now in this patch. We have ourselves civilizations and leaders. China. Changes. Unique unit still the Chukuno. The unit building is now the tea pavilion instead of the paper maker. Tea pavilion gives you golden production from tobacco, coffee, and tea. It gives 1 food for every 4 citizens in the city, and +1 science for every 4 citizens in the city. Carries over 33% of food after city growth. Effect stacks with aqueducts. Reduces unhappiness from poverty. It replaces the grocer, which is a new building altogether. Okay. Hey, Budapest, and we're the first to meet them. So if I now go into the city and buy this, I cannot rush the monument because we've already put lots of building into it, right? No, I can do it. Now I'll just finish it up. I'm actually more inclined to buy a second unit. And a scout is not that much cheaper than a warrior, so we'll get a warrior. We need a bigger military, basically, regardless of what happens. Yeah, this is an interesting area. Like a canal. Also, what the Communitas map mod does, I really like, is that there will always be a path north and south of the continents. You will not have one continent stuck to the ice and not being able to pass, because it's always possible that you get stuck on the other side as well. That's the problem. Hello, let's shoot them. Yay, they took damage. These guys are very close to healing. Let's just start moving again. Big mountain range down here. There's a lot of flat land over here, which might be useful to get animal husbandry soon as well. That will get you accuracy. So you do more damage when you shoot. And there we go. Still no one. Interesting. Huh. We still haven't found anyone. Yeah, I know I put down a few... I removed 2 of the AI that we can have, but... The question is, we still get experience after the 2nd level from Barbarians. Which is something I like. Still no borders. Wow. Hello!
Sou Maria, Rainha de Portugal. Já nos conhecemos?
Hello,
Desejo
Portugal.
familiar.
Yeah, it's fine. I wonder if we can actually cross there, or if there's something in between here. But let's have a look at Portugal, and then that will be the end. Oh yeah, what I totally forgot to do is check out Huishaitan. Imperial Examination, completely different. Plus 50% growth in cities during Golden Ages, and we love the Emperor's Day. Great people grant Golden Age points and trigger 10 turns of We Love the Emperor's Day when born. Let's go to Portugal. Unique units, still the now. Still, I think, the same, mostly. Let's go back. Victoria, also the same, but it does give a pretty big bonus to the city-state it's built in. And it also provides the same defense as a fort. And it provides 1 copy of its luxury resource. Yeah, that's the same. It said something about it being able to... I need to check, yeah. Granting vision to Portugal, possibly. But regardless, Maria the First. Resource diversity doubles gold from trade routes. That's the same, but this is new when your trade units move. Receive science, great admiral points for cargo ships, and great general points for caravans. Making her a slightly bigger threat. I would like